Okay. I think I'm back. If I can get some confirmation in the chat that you guys can see me. Oh boy, what just happened? Oh, okay, we're back. Camera looks like it's wigging out now. Wonderful. Let's see. Let me try restarting this. Okay. So in case anybody was wondering, my lovely daughter here pulled the plug on the router and we lost everything. Yeah, nice vintage style. And now my camera's screwing up too. Let's see here. So give me just a minute to try and reconnect everything. In the meantime, let me bring in Shane and Alton because we're back for another episode of Collection Conundrum. And yeah, as you can see, we're maybe a little bit rusty here. Shane, welcome to the show. Alton, good to see you. Let me see if I can get rid of this baby and
Hey everyone.
Hey everybody.
Yeah, we're working through the technical difficulties, but we'll keep you distracted while we get through it. Welcome back to the Collection Conundrum for a kind of a different episode than what we've normally done, as we don't really have a guest. But instead, we're going to
we have Dave's daughter.
Yeah,
that's Dave's daughter. She's adorable. It's hard to be mad at her, even though Dave's in sepia tones right now.
Yeah, not sure what's up with that. But the plan here, at the very least, is that Jomashop gave us $500 to go shop online. So we're going to try to put together a 3-watch collection budget within about a 30-minute time frame based on some parameters that we're going to talk about in a second, if Dave gets up and running.
I think there he is. We are off to a rough. So we got we're like 10 minutes late now. And this is going to be good. Hopefully we still have people watching. A great way to start. All right, guys, welcome back to a special episode of Collection Conundrum. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We have a Jomashop challenge. So this episode is sponsored by Jomashop, and they have graciously donated $500 in store credit. So we are going to be putting together a 5-watch collection live here on the show. And we're going to be getting you guys to help us out if we can. Hopefully things will go a little bit more smoothly. So I'm setting some stuff up here. So basic rules for this. We're going to try and make this interesting, but we've got a couple of fun stuff. So first off, we have a $500 budget. We have to buy 3 watches. We will be asking you guys for some advice as we're going in the chat. So if you guys want to open up Jomashop as well, start looking at some good watches that you think will fit into a $500 collection and shoot us some links. That would be great and very helpful. So we're going to, in a minute here, we're going to set a 30-minute timer. So if any of you guys have chronograph watches, get those ready, or dive time bezel, you guys can keep us accountable on the time when I tell you to start. But before that, we've got some other things to get through. For one, we're going to be having 3 kind of categories that I'm going to have you guys vote on. So let me pop open some polls.
Yeah, random modifiers that we have to abide by as we're going through picking watches.
Rather than us just picking exactly whatever we want, we're gonna let you guys have an input here.
Yeah, and we're gonna try to do this so that we're not picking the normal watches. We're gonna try to find some more interesting things, because I mean, you could easily pick like a 3-watch collection of just Orient off Jomashop. So we're gonna try to do something maybe a little different than that. But it's all gonna depend on what we get for a random modifier. Not random, but when you guys decide.
Yeah. So let me get those in here. Let me get up my thing. So the first, let's see, find my list here. I had to completely reboot my computer. So sorry, guys. I'm reopening all my windows and everything. We're going to get there.
I have a question while you're doing that, Dave.
Okay.
For the chat, we all know that when it comes to budget, Orient is a great go-to. You know, Casio, Citizen, Seiko. Do you have any other brands that could be found on Jomashop that are also great budget brands? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, hit us in the comments, and we'll shout some of those out as you see them. And also, let me throw our first pull up here. So the first thing I'm going to ask you guys. So in this 5-watch collection, we're going to pick one watch that has a complication on it. We're going to let you guys choose the complication. So let me put that poll in there right now. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Okay. So the options for the complication are going to be phonograph, an open heart or a skeleton, some kind of a dual time feature. So GMT, world time, dual time, any of those could be okay. A day and date complication. So not just a date complication, but also a date. Okay, it only looks like I'm only allowed to get 4 options in here. So we'll, you know what? Let's go more interesting. Okay, so rather than day date, let's do moon phase or 24-hour or day night indicator. So that's the first poll. We're putting that one up there right now. You guys should be seeing that. So as we're waiting for some votes on that one. Alden, did you see any good answers to your question come through yet?
Belova is one I hadn't thought of. Or Belova, depending on how you want to say it.
Yeah, I think they've got a few. I mean, they got a lot in the, a lot of quartz watches that are pretty affordable.
Tissot and Certina, great brands. For today's purposes, probably not too many in a 3-watch collection. Even their lower stuff, the quartz are around, $200 or so.
And that brings up an interesting question. So there's a couple of ways we could look at doing a 3-watch collection with a $500 budget. We could be, we could like go all in on one kind of expensive watch that would be the main one of the collection, and then get 2 lesser expensive watches. We could try and balance it out and try and get them all roughly the same. You could do 2 medium prices and priced ones and 1 cheap one. So we'll kind of see how it goes. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on the best way to build a $500 collection? I guess first off, what would you do if you had $500? Would you go like one $400 watch and then just cheap out on 2 $50 ones, or would you go with a more balanced one?
I'd try a little balance. I'd probably, whatever watch I like the best, the one I'd probably wear the most, I'd probably put most of the budget, but I wouldn't go like all in on that. So probably like for 500, maybe 250 to 300, somewhere around there, and then split the rest between the other 2.
If I'm honest, I'd say I'd probably only want 2 watches if I had $500. So I'd probably buy 2 watches that take up $450 and then find the cheapest thing I could find for $50 if I had to have 3.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I would do. But I wouldn't look at the third $50 watch as a throwaway. I like having a cheap beater watch. I would probably wind up wearing that pretty often, just because I have kids and I do things that I'm afraid the kids would break the watch. So that's what I like. I especially as I was looking through some of the options on Jomashop before, and I found a lot of like $200 watches that I like, $250 watches, and a couple of like $50 watches too. So that might be a way we can go. But we'll kind of see how it goes. Okay, so for the first poll, it looks like we've got GMT World Time was selected for that one. Let me mark that down. So GMT World Time or dual time. Let me throw up another poll for you guys. So we are going to be looking for a GMT World Time or dual time, any of those, as one of our 5 watches. Next category that we're going to do is, this is kind of a general category. This is just a type of watch. And we'll try and get things that are a little bit more interesting. So maybe things we might not necessarily automatically pick. But the options we have here are going to be a digital or anti-digi, an aviation watch, a dress watch, or a solar-powered watch. So let me throw that poll up there, and you guys can do that. And while we're doing that, let's do a wrist check and see what you guys got on your wrist. Shane, what are you wearing today?
Let's see if this picks it up. Seiko, my Glacier Marine Master Reduced. Kind of matched my shirt, so
nice. That's your new
Seiko,
semi-grail kind of thing. Not grail, but
it wasn't really
new big pickup, right?
Yeah, kind of. Try the deeper end of the Seiko waters without going to Grand Seiko level.
What is the retail on that one?
$1,250. I think pretty much all the reissues like the 62 Moss and the Cat Willard are like around the same. I think the Sumos are around that now too.
So when you go $1,200 on a Seiko, are you getting double the finishing, double?
Well, compared to Seiko,
the detail, compared to, let's say, a Samurai or a standard turtle.
I wouldn't say double, but it's definitely better, but it's not double. And that's where things get weird because it's kind of hard to quantify like some of that stuff. Like the finishing is definitely better. The movement is better-ish because it's a 6R series and the 4R series. How much do you care about that? I don't know. Is it still not high beam?
Give me your wrist checks as well, guys. Sound off in the chat what you're wearing right now. Sorry.
So I'm wearing a Hamilton Day Date. And the reason I'm wearing this Hamilton Khaki Day Date, it's a lovely watch, but because I bought it at Jomashop. I've purchased two. I got another Hamilton through Jomashop. So nice. I had a great experience with both watches. Both were flawless, never had an issue. I know there's a lot of questions about is Jomashop legit? And I haven't had to test their warranty, so I can't really definitively say, but I can say that they shipped me two brand new great watches.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think my Khaki King I got from Jomashop a while ago.
Yeah,
that was actually eBay store on Khaki, or their version of the eBay store. Yeah.
All right, I am wearing Hemel. I've got their Air League. So they sent this one in for review a while back. It's got the Seagull ST 1920 mechanical movement inside, and it has a dual time bezel. So I always try and wear a dual time for this because I'm here in Japan. Shane, you're in Texas. Alton, you're on the eastern side of Canada. So we are all over the place in time zones here. All right, so it looks like we've got Aviation Watch is locked in as our second pick. So in this 5-watch collection, we're going to have a GMT watch, we're going to have an Aviation watch, and then let's get our final category up there. So the last thing we're going to be asking you guys about, this is called the wild card section. So this is where we're going to have a little bit of fun. So let's see if we can get something interesting in here. So we're going to do 4 options. We've got 45 millimeter and above, so a big watch. Let's see, what's that? 36 millimeter and under. Let's see, I'm going to reword this, it says. And then this is for the dial, a watch that does not have a black, blue, or white dial. And then the third wild card is going to be no divers allowed. So that will be applied to the whole collection. We cannot pick a diver. Okay, so put that poll up there. That's going to be the last one. And then after that, we're going to jump into Jomashop and start doing a little bit of shopping. In the meantime, let's see what we got for wrist checks here. Let's see what we've got. All right, let's see. Scotha 1213's got the Seiko Sarks 055. Tobin's wearing another Seiko SSK 003. So that's the GMT, right? The new one? Is
that the orange one? Or
yeah, Ryan Newton, Seamaster 300 chronometer, 41.5 millimeter. Nice. Driver Fish has a Tudor 1926, 36 millimeter. Herman's got his vintage Omega that belonged to his father-in-law. Cool heirloom piece. And Rob's got Christopher Ward Elite 360. Another Rob, Helm Vanatu. We got a Casio World Time, a Casio Oceanus, Movado Bold TR90. Let's see. Yeah, so a lot of good watches we got there. All right, and I think with that we've got our final one locked in. So it looks like the clear winner here is a dial that is not black, blue, or white. Let me write that down so we don't forget. Okay. Yes, that's in that. Okay, so those are our limitations. We have to get a GMT watch, we have to get an aviation watch, and we have to get something that is not black, blue, or white. Now, we can combine these on the same watch. Like we could find a GMT aviation watch with a green dial, and that would be our one watch. It would meet all three criteria. We don't have to split this between all three watches. But we do have to include all three of these in the collection. So let's see. Let me see how long this thing can be. Let's see if I can put this up on a banner. And then to kind of remind us. Okay. All right, is that? Okay, there we go. So we'll put that reminder up there. Let's see. Let's go. Okay. Put that up. Okay, so we've got our criteria locked in. We're going to have a 30-minute timeline or a time limit to do this. So Shane, Alton, are you guys ready?
Yeah, so.
Got your list of suggestions?
Yeah.
Ready and waiting.
We're going to try and build this up. Okay, so chat, start your chronographs or timers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then if you guys, some of you guys, as you're doing that, let us know every 10 minutes how much time we have left. Just pop that into the chat to keep us accountable. We've got 30 minutes now to build a 3-watch, $500 collection. To start this off, so we've been kind of scouring Jomashop. Let's just let's each list one, maybe 2 watches that we found on the site that we think are really cool that would fit in the criteria that we got so far. We'll start with you, Shane. Shane, what are 2 watches on Jomashop that you found that you think would work good in this $500 collection?
Not well. I was trying to find it right now. It might have disappeared. They might have sold out of it. It was an Alpina Star Timer Pilot GMT for $170 quartz.
Yeah.
Looked pretty interesting. And then not sure if it's our criteria, but there's also a Victorinox, the Inox for like $259, a blue one.
Yeah.
Which seemed like a pretty good deal for that. And it was an interesting watch I've never actually got to see before.
Okay. All right, I'm going to show. So this, I believe, is your screen, Shane. So be careful what you show us. But yeah, we've got you up here. So yeah, go ahead and show us 2 watches.
I was trying to see if I could find that Alpina.
Don't show us anything else.
Which, oh wait, there's the GMT. It's a black dial, but
yeah. And chat, if you guys want to drop links that I can click easily, I'll be able to pull some of those up. Okay, so is that one available? Oh, so that's out of stock.
It was out of stock. It was a couple days ago.
Yeah. So one other thing to keep an eye on with Jomashop, their stock can be all over the place, but they do a good job of listing it. So if it says out of stock, you can't buy it. If it says available in like 3 days or in 2 weeks, note that. That means that they don't have it in stock right now, but it's expected to come back. If you're really wanting something from Jomashop to come fast, make sure you buy something that says in stock now. We're going to be looking at things. Another limitation. We'll pick things that are either in stock or will be within stock in the next couple days.
Yeah. We want something not blue, black, or white.
Okay.
How about the red?
It's a nice
Inox.
red
Inox. Supposedly pretty tough quartz watches.
That one's $259.
Yeah,
that would eat a good chunk of our budget right there. But those are cool watches. Okay, so yeah, that's one good one to look at. What else you got?
Let's see. Citizen Corso. Let's see if this works. Green. 212 Eco Drive, but this is, I think, one of the few Citizen Eco Drives that has sapphire, at least lower price range out of Sapphire.
Yeah, I like that that day-date display. Is that a green dial or?
Yeah, it's green. Let's check and see. Crystal. Scratch resistant Sapphire. Yeah. Kind of cool looking casual watch. I remember seeing it when I was looking for something a long time ago and just happened to pop up again.
Yeah, Acrobos is kind of an interesting budget brand. If we're looking for something with some good bang for the buck, we might look at them. Yeah, I like that Citizen. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
That could be an option.
Yeah. So that's kind of a dressy piece. What's the water resistance on that one?
Good question.
100 meters.
Look at you see
Sapphire, 100 meters. Yeah.
100 meters. Yeah. So that's not bad for a good all-around casual watch.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like day-date sort of.
Does that? It looks like the hands are loomed. Maybe some on the.
Yeah, loomed. You got the
tips on the edge there.
Day at the top, date at the bottom. It was an interesting watch. I remember seeing it.
Yeah, no, I kind of like it. How much is that one?
$212.
Okay, yeah. Can't go wrong with a Citizen. Average Joe says. I agree there. All right, Alton. Why don't you?
I've got a couple of suggestions for you in the chat there, Dave.
Okay. In which chat?
Messenger.
Gotta open up all my windows again.
You got a lot going on.
I know. Okay. All right. So let me get my screen up here. Okay. So this is my screen now, right? Okay.
Now, while you're pulling that up, I'll show you one I got in hand. This is a really cool watch that you introduced me to. I don't know what it's called. It's got a lot of numbers and letters, but I'm working on the review of this one right now. It's a really neat Citizen chronograph.
6-month tour.
Yeah.
It's solar, very good looking, well finished for a Citizen, and I'm looking forward to getting that video out to everybody. And all in, it was 200 Canadian shipped from Japan by Dave. It only took 4 or 5 months to get here.
Yeah, yeah. We were getting worried about that one. The shipping between Japan and Canada is not great right now.
I think it's listed for $170 US right now. Great. Okay, here's a nice little Orient. It's a quartz watch, mineral crystal, and for $128, it's actually a little bit more expensive than some of their flight versions. You can get this cheaper, but I like the dial on it. I like the color, and it's not white, black, or whatever the requirements were.
Cream dial.
So this meets
2 of them right there.
2 requirements on this thing. And for $128, I bet you it's a really nice, accurate, good-looking watch. And it's got a chronograph function, too. So pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. So that would knock out, too. We get the aviation watch. You sent me this is another aviation watch and a GMT.
Well, yeah, there's not a ton to pick from when it comes to budget aviation watches. And I know this one here is a classic, not a big surprise. But, of course, it's in the budget. So I thought I'd throw that one in.
Yeah, that was the one of the first watches I actually bought when I started getting into watches. Still have it.
I've seen that review. I remember that.
Okay, and this is a pretty cool little Seiko you found.
So this is a cool watch that I actually would like to buy for myself. And I'll tell you. Okay, here's its functions: perpetual calendar.
Okay.
Chronograph, alarm. Leap year, month, date, day, GMT, second, time zone, hour, minute, small second. It's got a lot going on in this thing.
That'll give you absolutely everything.
It's a little complicated to actually work, but it's pretty cool.
And yes, 50 meters of water resistance, which is not bad. And probably a mineral crystal?
I think it's Hardlex on this one.
Of course, Hardlex. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I find to be a step up from mineral.
Here. Oh, really? Look, this is
Sapphire?
That's what they got the listing. That's
well, then I'm buying it.
Yeah, $232. Yeah. One other fun little twist to this. So Jomashop is giving us $500. We're gonna wind up with 3 watches. There's 3 of us. So what's gonna happen is after I get the watches in hand, I'll do a review of all 3 of them. But eventually Shane and Alton are each going to get one too. So the way that we're going to figure out who gets it, each of us have been assigned a random number, and that will determine. So basically this watch is for example, $232. If you add up 232, you get 7, and each of us have a random number between 120. Whoever's number is closest to that watch's number will get the watch. If that makes any sense, we'll figure it out at the end. But yeah, so another little twist. Okay, so some watches that I'm kind of interested in. Let's see. So the one that I saw that Alpina GMT, and I really like them too. But yeah, that one unfortunately went out of stock. My second choice, something that I thought was really cool, is another Victorinox. So this is a Field Force GMT quartz. I just like the look of it. I think it's a really cool looking quartz. I've always been interested in checking out something from Victorinox. So Swiss made. This one's got sapphire. It's got 100 meters of water resistance, 42 millimeter case. So this is a field watch and a GMT. Yeah, like I said, sapphire. I think it's 100 meters of water resistance. Looks like it's loomed. I like the GMT implementation. I like that little circle on the GMT hand that kind of highlights whichever number you're getting at there. So I like that one. $228.
It's not bad.
One of my favorite watches that I saw in that price range. Moving up a little bit. So this is next one, $279. This is one from Certina. I thought this was a really pretty dive watch. It's a quartz, but it's got a ceramic bezel. It's got a sapphire crystal, 200 meters of water resistance, kind of a dress diver. I don't have a lot of two-tone, but I don't know. I just thought this was kind of a cool one and seemed like a pretty good value for the money. But we're getting kind of expensive there.
Yeah. Well, depends on, yeah.
Yeah. So watches that have been suggested so far. There's no A in Victorinox. Victorinox. Okay. How would you guys pronounce Victorinox?
Victorinox.
Victorinox. All right. Sorry. I stand corrected. Thank you, Tank 44. Okay. So let's talk through this a little bit. We are about 10 minutes in.
Got one more to show that I thought was just an interesting, seemed like a decent buy.
Okay.
Dassault Lalac. That's more dressy. 259 ETA-based movement, sapphire, just under 40 millimeters, 39 millimeters. Not too thick. Seems like a pretty good buy.
Yeah, that one looks pretty cool too. 259. Okay, so we're in the upper range on most of these.
Yeah.
In the 200. So do we want to go with one kind of expensive watch to sort of anchor the collection and then build around that? It seems like that's kind of where we're at right now for starting.
Well, that's the thing. We either do that or we decide on a watch or two to meet our other criteria and then see how much budget we got.
Yeah. So some of the watches that we've suggested, so like Alden's got that this one for 128 would hit or hit knock two criteria out, and it's a nice watch, Orient. We've got the Citizen Eco Drive. This one, I'm going to take this one out of the running. I think it's too expensive. Doesn't hit any of our categories.
Yeah.
Let me see what else I got. Yeah, and so for a GMT, I'm going to keep that. I think this is my favorite GMT watch that I found is this one here. So keep that one up there for a little bit. Let me see if I got anything in the cheaper range that would fit one of these categories.
I found a interesting green Seiko Chrono for 149.
Okay, why don't you pop that
kind of futuristic looking.
Yeah, I got some chronographs.
Seiko has a ton of great looking chronographs around $150, which you rarely see people posting on Instagram or whatever, and they just, I don't know why they don't sell as well, but they seem like great buys.
Yeah, and that's green dial, so that gives us something a little different in the color there.
Or if you want cheap world timer and odd color. You can go Invicta.
Wow.
But
that's
it is 36 millimeters. It says world quartz.
Okay. Wow. So Invicta making a dressy
how's that a world time
millimeter with 100 meters of water resistance?
Or it's more dual time than world time, but they call it world time.
That counts. Yeah, GMT, world time, dual time. That's okay.
I don't know about that green secondhand. That seems to clash. But
yeah, if you want to talk about Invictus, so this is going the other way. This is another one I found.
Massive.
Someone was asking about Invictus earlier, but yeah, they're not all ugly.
The Invicta comments are coming in.
This is totally like the Hamilton Interstellar homage.
Oh, okay.
But it's huge. They went upsize, 48 millimeters. But yeah, they say pilots' watches used to be big, right? This is $48 quartz aviation watch. If we get in a bind for budget and need to squeeze an aviation, but it's out of stock now. Never mind. Used to have it.
Yeah.
Okay,
just to throw a wrinkle into it, you could probably throw most Casio's G-Shocks into the mix for our world time too. If you wanted to go real budget that way.
Yeah. People are not happy with Invictas. The Bull of a Lunar Pilot. Yeah, I think they're out of stock on Jomashop. I was looking at that.
Yeah, that would be a great one. Actually, let me double check.
No. Okay, there's a car driving by blasting some kind of announcement outside. I don't know what it's saying.
Maybe it's ice cream.
Yeah, Bull of a Lunar Pilot would be great. I don't think Jomashop has it in stock, and it's a little bit pricey for our budget. All right, we got to make some decisions, guys. We're running low on time here.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah, I don't say Lunar Pilot on the site.
Let's do this. We've got a lot of options here. Let's find an aviation watch. Okay, chat, help me out. Aviation watches. Let's focus on that one first. Let's get that out of the way. Not a hurricane warning. We're good up here. A lot of guys have been asking. Hurricane blew past us. It was mostly south of us. We didn't get hardly anything. A little windy. Yeah. So let's. So chat. Shoot me some. So Bull of a Devil Diver. Another good option. But yeah, a little bit high up there. Shoot me some aviation watches. Let's try and get that. So far, aviation watches that we've got. I like this Orient Flight. Is the best one I've seen so far.
Yeah, and that's actually cheaper than there's also the automatic, I think, Cream Flight on there too.
Which I actually have that one from Jomashop. Okay. I already got it from them. So I would prefer to not do that one. I have that exact watch, which is another great one. So yeah, the Orient Flight, I think, is one of the best options there.
Yeah.
I think the Alpina is a great option as well. I mean, it's hard to beat Alpina quality. Oh, that's the one out of stock.
Yeah, otherwise I'd be all over that. Yeah.
73%.
I've got an Alpiner. I've got the Alpina Alpiner in mind.
Let me see if there's any other. Alpina has a lot of.
Alpiner is so this stuff. One that's expensive too. $300. Yeah, that's not going to work.
So there's an Alpina Star Timer in black, which is pretty cool looking. $159 in stock.
Okay, let's
the quartz one.
Yeah, it'll be quartz at that price.
Yeah.
I sent you a link, Dave.
Okay.
42 mils, 9 millimeters thick.
Let me grab that.
Sapphire crystal, 100 meters of water resistance.
Yeah, start
pretty good.
I like it. That's pretty cool too. I mean, and I'm leaning towards this one again, just because I've seen the Orient Flight. I love the Orient Flight, but I've never checked out an Alpina.
For about the same price, you're getting Sapphire Crystal and a Swiss Movement. I mean, that does have to count for something.
Let's go with that one.
Millimeter. Okay.
Unless you want to put it up to the chat.
I'm good with that one. You guys good with that one? 159 is right in the middle of our budget. Ships in 1 to 3 days. Herman, okay, let's go ahead and are Invictas any good? I not
absolutely
experience with Invicta.
Complicated, sort of, kind of.
You know, so that's one of the ones I'm curious. So they have the Invicta Pro Diver, the vintage one. gotten pretty
They
good
have
reviews.
one on there.
That's
There's
high
one
on my list of things to check out here.
Yeah, there is one on Jomashop. I think I found it was like a Batman one.
I hope this isn't showing any of my personal information here. All right, it's in our cart.
It's just showing the browser.
Okay, yeah.
No,
but I mean, there are a few Invictas that aren't bad. Like I actually just pulled up the Batman. I think that's the retro Pro Diver.
All right, guys. So we have locked in our first watch. We've got like 10 minutes left now, but we're going with the Alpina Star Timer Pilot. So that's going to fulfill our pilot's watch. We still need to find a GMT watch and a watch that doesn't have blue or black on it or white. I think we should also try and get an automatic in here if we can as well. At least one automatic. I mean, and in this price range, I think quartz is one of the best ways to go, but it'd be fun to get an automatic watch in here.
Yeah.
While we're at it, let's see these pro divers. I'll throw those up if you guys. So we got that. Maybe we'll try and knock out the what's the other one? Not black or blue or white.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. So we're gonna go.
You gotta get the automatic pro divers. Those are the only ones that are kind of decent.
Yeah. Okay. So this one, right?
Actually, that's a different one. I have a Pepsi one on my screen right now.
Okay, yeah, they have a Pepsi.
Same thing, same price.
But do they have one of these with a different color dial? They don't. They're all black dial, right?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that would have been nice if we could have thrown in an automatic one of those. Okay, so they have a Batman. So they went Batman, Pepsi, Coke. But yeah, these are all black dial. So if we do that, then that would really limit us with having to get to that. Then we'd be stuck having to try and find a GMT with. Okay, so these are. Is there like a Pro Diver brown dial? That's pretty. It's like a root beer Pro Diver. Let's see. I feel like Alton's sending me a message over here. Is that Alton?
I am. I got a beautiful red dial for you. Fits the bill perfectly.
Okay. All right.
Bam.
$29.99. I don't know if that's
$30.
Is that a dial? Actually, I
don't even know.
Yeah.
What the?
Good old Nixon.
I don't mind Nixon for fashion watches, and especially when you get them discounted. They're almost always 100 meters of water resistance. The build quality is not bad. They look good. Here's another one. Not black, blue, or green, and it's super cheap. This is in their Time Teller series, which I don't know why they haven't sponsored Jory yet. I mean, talk about a tie-in there. But yeah, you get this 100 meters of water resistance, good beater watch, and it's definitely not black, blue, or green.
We might start losing the viewers if we don't stop talking about Invicta from some of the comments here.
We're gonna, okay. Yeah, so we need to get. So, what do you guys got for other multicolored things? So we've got some suggestions. So yeah, Kamasu. Who said that? Kamasu with burgundy. Shane, well, you practically broke that one. You had like the first review of that watch on YouTube, right?
And that's a great one. Not even sure they have that one. I'm sure they have
automatic 10 minutes. Good luck. Yeah, we are running up against time here. It's proven to be harder than I thought. We got one watch so far. We're trying to buy 3. We're doing pretty good on budget. I think that was a good way to start. But yeah, what other? Yeah, chat, help us out. Give us some good options for like a green dial or a red dial. Yeah, I feel like green is going to be the easiest. Red is not bad. Green dial auto from Orient. Everyone's demanding Orient watches. Which, yeah, I mean, like, that's obviously the right choice in this sort of thing. Again, but I think the only hesitation is.
What about Swatch, Dave?
Swatch that's another interesting one.
I sent you a link. It's red and pilot style.
Okay, let me. So Swatch is another one I've never really checked out. Swatch doesn't get a lot.
We already have a pilot style. We need a GMT.
Oh, we have pilot style. Well, it's red.
Yeah. Or World Timer or whatever.
Is my screen up there?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So that is red. That is cheap. I don't know. Let's see what else Swatch. Swatch is sure to have some interesting colors.
A lot of the stuff with colors seems to be really, really cheap.
So yeah, get some red. I don't know. So like I've always wanted to try a Swatch, but I've never found one that just really. Okay, I'm like, yeah, I really want to get that watch. Some of I like some of the skeleton ones where it shows the quartz movement through. I think those are cool. That's kind of a blue dial.
You know, Peter makes a great point. He says with a 3-watch collection, you don't want anything weird.
Here, let me throw this one up. Here's a green dial one that I kind of liked. It's kind of a weird one, but this Tissot XL, this one here, $104. It's another quartz green dial, kind of aviation style actually, but maybe a little bit field watch. It's on the large side, so it's 42 millimeter dial, and it's like all dial, so it's going to look and wear pretty big. As what my main concern was, but I like the style. I think it's kind of a cool looking one.
Yeah, I think we need to focus. There are going to be plenty of off-color ones
out there. $100.
We need to focus more on the GMT because that's going to pick up.
I can't hear Shane. Can anybody hear me?
You hear me?
Can you?
Hello.
Can I hear? Is it my?
I can hear you.
Can you guys hear Shane?
Can you hear me?
What just happened?
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me? Test.
Is this me or?
1, 2, 3.
We can hear Shane. Okay, let's keep going. So it's probably my.
Can you hear me?
We're just having all kinds of
fun
technical difficulties today.
Yeah,
everyone.
Okay, you guys can hear everyone. Great. Why can't I hear anybody anymore?
Let me mute, unmute.
Oh, because there we go. Can you hear?
Can you hear me now?
Now we got it. Okay.
What I was saying is we should need to focus more on the GMT than the off color, because that's going to be the harder thing that's going to eat up most of the budget.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. Okay, so I've got this one up here. Hit me with some other GMTs. This one. The only problem I have with this is expensive. It's going to take up a lot of our budget.
Yeah.
We've got the Citizen Nighthawk. The only problem with that one is I already own it, so I'm a little hesitant to pick up another one of those. It'd be nice to do that. Let's knock that out. Yeah. What other GMTs you guys got?
I'm hunting for
Chat with some. So yeah. So chats. So most of so the Mako Burgundy that was suggest a lot. Peter's got some good advice here. He says with a 3-watch collection, you don't want anything weird because you're going to be wearing them daily. If these are the only 3 watches you have, you want to maximize all of them and pick something that you're going to wear.
I think that's solid advice.
Yeah, let's okay, so we got Citizen GMT. So Citizen, do they have any other GMT watches? Yeah, let me see. Okay, so I had another GMT that was more expensive, which is kind of going the wrong way, I feel like. Here's the other GMT I found. This is Matthew Tissot, which I don't know much about, but I've always been interested to check them out. It's like a Swiss maker, but they're mostly Rolex homages. So this is a quartz GMT Master homage, but nice looking one with the Jubilee bracelet. $269 though, so we're getting up there in price. Okay, so Lucien Picard, that's an interesting one. If we want cheap, that's a good way to go. So if I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think Lucien Picard is owned by Jomashop now. I don't think they always were, but I heard that they're now connected. But I could be wrong on that. But yeah, they make a lot of kind of fashion watches in the $100 range, but they do some interesting designs. And some of them are GMT. So yeah, I think this is the one he's talking about. So this is an automatic. I'm pretty sure this has a seagull movement in it or some Chinese movement, which would be kind of the concern there. But it's a nice looking watch. You do get an automatic.
Does it have a GMT hand or is it just the 24-hour dial?
It says GMT in the thing, and then you've got 24-hour. Does that? And it looks like it's pointing different. That's not pointing to 10, right? The GMT hand. That's pointing to 12. What? So it's a 24. Is it 24? It's 24 scale. 13, 14, 15.
I think it's just a subdial, which
Yeah, it looks like it's independently settable. Like, so the main hand's pointing to 10, subdial's pointing to what, like 5? Looks like 5, 10.
Yeah.
So it looks like you can set it independently, which would that would qualify. So let's keep that one up.
I sent you a pretty interesting one by Joshua and Sons. I don't know anything about them, but it looks like a real GMT. It's quartz, mineral crystal, 40 millimeters, really thin, 9 millimeters thick.
Yeah, so another budget one. So that would mean that, so if we go low on a GMT, that means we're sinking a lot of money into our colorful dial. How are we doing on time? I think we've got like 3 minutes.
That's true.
Left. I'm afraid we're probably going to go overtime. We'll add like overtime here. Okay. I don't know. So what do you guys, Shane, you got any other GMTs you want to throw up there?
There was that, not to bring up Invicta again, but that gold brown dial $73 world timer.
Okay.
If you want to just throw something cheap in there,
this one,
and then put the rest into like try to get an automatic.
That's a brown dial.
Yeah.
That's a brown dial. It's a dual time. So that knocks out 2 of our categories. Yeah. And that frees up a lot of cash for anything.
We did that, and it's not a huge Invicta; it's a smaller Invicta.
Yeah,
36.
Does any of us really want that watch? I'm interested in it. I'm interested in it. But
this is the problem when we put these
watches in a collection.
We put these parameters on the collection, and then we buy stuff that we don't actually want.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really our money, but still.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're trying to get anything. We'll get any interesting ones.
I mean, it's interesting.
Here.
But
Mark P, getting close to 30 minutes. We are that. Rob, what do you guys think about that Invicta? Let me throw let's throw this into a poll. Let's put a poll up. What just happened? Okay, that didn't work. Okay, cancel that poll. All right, yay or nay on this Invicta that Shane's got showing us here. So we've got that one. Any other suggestions? Help us out here, guys. GMTs.
Someone suggested the Melbourne watch company Fitzroy, which is pricier, $285, but it does look nice. I think it is quartz, though. We would be able to get an automatic into the budget, and there's like a couple other different colored versions, like a green one.
Okay, 285. Oh yeah, you got that one. Okay, so that's getting up there, but that is brown dial, right? So that would get us with a different color dial, GMT. Okay, yeah. So Melbourne, they're micro brand, right? Australian micro brand.
Yeah, I looked at one of their watches a while ago.
Yeah, let's put that one up there. And the chat so far is giving us a resounding no with 33 on Invicta. Okay, so let's knock the Invicta out of there. Okay, so the Melbourne's interesting. Fitzroy. Okay. All right. So I'm obviously still partial to the Victorinox.
Victorinox, yeah.
Victoria.
That was 220, I think.
Knox. Let me see if I can pull that one back up again. Yeah, and if you wanted to go a little bit more expensive, you can get it on a bracelet, but the leather one I think was. Let's see. Let's get this one out of here. Pull mine back up. This one. So 228. You get sapphire crystal, 100 meters. I like the design. Delano Scott.
How big is that one again?
42 millimeters.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So 228. Okay, so our field watch options are not field watch, our GMT watches that we've got so far. We've got this Victorinox. We've got the Lucien Picard, not that one. We've got the Melbourne Watch Company for $285, getting up there. And then, were there any other GMTs? Any other GMTs?
There was just that perpetual calendar one with the GMT function.
We don't have a GMT too. Where's Let's put that one back up again. Let's give that one more look. Aviation, budget sports watch.
Though it might be good just to pick one and then see what we can find for the third, because we might wind up swapping depending if we don't find something good for the third.
I'm trying to find. Alden, can you shoot me the link to that Seiko again?
Just did it, buddy.
Thank you. Let's put that one up there. Okay, so 232 for the Seiko that has absolutely everything, including a GMT. 228 for the Victorinox. 84 for the Lucien Picard, and 285 for the Melbourne. And Shane, did you have any GMTs?
Not anymore.
Okay. All right, let's throw that one to the poll. All right, guys, help us out with GMT watches. So we've got, and we're already 100 and what are we in so far? What happened to my shopping bag? Okay, anyways, Melbourne, Victorinox. This is dangerous asking you guys to buy for. So remember, if we pick an expensive GMT here, it's not going to leave us a lot of options for an automatic watch. We might, and we've got to find a colorful automatic watch. We might wind up with a full quartz collection if we pick like a $200 GMT here. Let's see. Okay. Let's get some feedback from the chat. We won't necessarily pick exactly the ones you guys tell us to, but let's get a little feedback from you guys as we're trying to do that. In the meantime, also be looking for colorful automatic watches. I think that's what would be the last thing we'd want to add in here, would be an automatic watch with like a green or brown or red dial. So that, but we got to squeeze it into the budget.
Yeah.
So Dave, I don't know if you noticed, but in the chat, a gentleman by the name of Greg is pretty passionate that we should be picking anything that's colorful. And yeah, just to let you know, Greg, one of the requirements is that one of the watches not be standard black, white, blue dial. So that's kind of the challenge behind this, is not to pick 3 watches that we ourselves absolutely love, but to do it within certain parameters just to make it a little bit of fun. Now, whether it's fun or not, that's up to you to decide.
Yeah, we put this to a vote in the beginning.
But yeah, if you're starting, if you're just going to have 3 watches, never buy any more watches, then maybe you do want to have 3 kind of pretty standard versatile watches.
Okay, Orient Defender in green. That's an interesting choice.
Love me a Defender anytime.
Okay, so the poll looks like they're siding with Alton here. They like this Seiko watch.
Okay.
45%. Victorinox is in second place with 33. Let's go ahead just for now.
Dave, we can't do the Victorinox because you're going to review it and you're going to say it wrong the whole review. And the comment section is going to go crazy. People will lose their mind.
That's part of my strategy. I make mistakes like that, and I get so many comments, and it just like totally boosts the video because YouTube's like, oh, everybody's commenting on this video. And 90% are, hey, you pronounced that wrong.
Yeah.
What is it? I get to JDM. I was like, oh, JDM stands for Japan Domestic Market, I think I said. And I was like, no, it's Japan Domestic Model. I got like 1,000 comments for that, and that video totally blew up. Okay, so just for now, I'm just throwing these in. We can't obviously get both of those, but so just looking at this. So if we did, okay, let's just see. Okay, remove that one. So if we go with the Seiko, that pushes up to $391. We'd have $110 left.
Or 387. Basically, yeah, we got about 100. We need to find a third watch for $100.
Yeah. That one going in. Okay.
Don't forget about that Nixon I showed you. $29.99.
Okay, so yeah, so Clinton here backing me on the okay, someone else say it. Backing me on the Victorinox. Look, he put an A in there.
Clinton is spelling it your way now.
Thank you, Clinton. Okay. All right. So we've got, so this is kind of looking like we need to find a colorful automatic.
How about silver?
Silver?
Well,
that's
not automatic, but I got something a little odd in silver.
All right. Pop it up. Let's see what you got. Okay. All right. It's got green on the dial too.
Silver dial, Incredible Hulk, Marvel. It fits in the budget.
It'd make a great gift for
Could be fun.
A young man.
Okay, so Orient Defender green is pushing over our budget at 158 now. I mean, at that price, if we're looking for automatic, we could go with the Seiko 5 also would be there. Okay. Yeah, but most of the Seiko 5s with colorful dials are more expensive. Yeah, I feel like down in that price range for an automatic, I feel like Pro Diver would be our best. But
probably
Pro Diver with a non-black dial. Okay, what is this? Okay, what's this? This is quartz. That's a quartz one. I don't need to
go. There's a really red one.
Yeah, there's that one. That's open box, final sale, $78. That would fit in our budget pretty easily.
What size is that though? So not all Pro Divers are 40. That is a 40.
Issue used. I'm not too big a fan of that. Yeah, see, I really like these ones. This is like, if I could just get rid of that colorful requirement, I think this is perfect to pick up one of these. Maybe we'll let's, okay. This is kind of cheating. Can we ask the chat to take that one out and say it's okay? We can just get rid of it and then have a nice, because I think that would be a good collection, right? One of those two GMTs, plus the Invicta Pro Diver, the kind of the classic looking one, and that Alpina Starter. I like all of those. It's an automatic. It's got a Seiko NH35. We get Coke. We could get Pepsi. We could get Batman. What do you guys think? So chat here, please help us out here. We've got a $500 budget here. We kind of thought we'd have some fun and throw out these things. You guys locked us into getting something not blue or black or green.
It's all their fault.
But it's all
take pity on us,
please. If we can just eliminate that last requirement, we're going to wind up with one of these Invicta Pro Divers, which are well reviewed. I haven't checked one out. Shane, have you guys ever seen one of these in person?
Not the retro one.
I really wanted to check out this version.
Me too. So yeah, all of us are kind of excited about this. It's a decent looking watch, fits in our budget, and then we can still get either the Victorinox or the Seiko chronograph. We wind up with a collection with a Swiss watch, a Japanese watch, and an Invicta. Okay.
Hey, I
made my go. Let me put it to a poll. It's a little cheap, but I'm really liking the collection. If we can do this, I'd feel much better about it. But if you guys want to hold us to our word, we'll let you do it.
Yeah, remember it's the 40 millimeter Pro Diver with the Seiko movement. So, we're not going for the giant, like
all right.
The bad Invicta.
Rab has a good thing. Yeah, we got to do a dare if we change
a dare.
I don't know who's gonna dare us. Are you guys gonna dare us? What are you guys gonna dare us to do? Think of a good punishment if we change the rules. Can't be anything too obscene, but yeah. So okay, yeah, we have
to get that $10 red watch, and I'll take a picture with it.
Yeah. Average Joe, I like that. It's your show. You can do anything you want. Plus, it's your money. Good call.
We have to buy 3 Nixons and each review them, and I'll launch them on the same day.
Okay. All right. The chat is being very gracious. We have 43 votes telling us that we can do that.
So Coke or Pepsi, or Coke or Batman?
Yeah, Coke, Batman, or Pepsi. Do we just
throw
poll
up?
I always love Batman myself.
Yeah.
What are the options? So we got that. Okay, so we've got the Coke. Oh no. So we can find out. So there's Coke, Batman. Where'd the Pepsi go? Maybe the Pepsi's sold out right now. Oh, what's this? Is that an orange? That's interesting. It's kind of cool, actually. Invicta 1953.
Batman is definitely winning in the chat.
Okay. So I see a Pepsi, but not the 1953. There are so many pro divers.
Oh yeah, it's
yeah. There's a pro diver. That's a pro diver and a half right there. This one's kind of cool with the dual bezel. I think this one's huge. But no, we're sticking with the. Oh, look, they have a green one too. They got a lot of different colors on this now.
Like a Kermit one.
Yeah, it's like.
Well, if you get the Kermit one, that could qualify as a, or is it still a black dial?
I think it's still. I think the dial's still black. There are a ton of pro divers.
Yeah, they just crank them out.
Yeah, I don't see the Pepsi though. Okay, so what do we got? Okay, so they have an orange dial or orange bezel one apparently, which is interesting. We've got a Batman classic, green dial one. This is a 1953. They're calling it. Green is interesting, but yeah, they're all black dials. Okay, and then where'd the Coke go? Got a Coke somewhere. Oh, they've got that red one. Oh, there it is.
There's Coke.
Okay, Shane, Alton, what are your guys' favorite of those?
I'm always partial to Batman, but I kind of like that green one too.
Yeah, green one looks kind of cool. Batman's I kind of like that orange one actually.
I kind of like the Coke, and I'm usually a Batman guy.
I know. I
say we let the chat pick.
Or roll your dice.
Yeah.
Get out my D20. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's throw it to you guys. So we got. We'll do Coke, Batman, Kermit. We'll call the green one Kermit. What's the orange?
Sunny D, I think somebody said.
Okay, we can fit that. All right, guys, what do you guys think? So for the pro divers, a couple of different colorful bezel options, which kind of fits the theme, right? We're supposed to pick something colorful. Halloween, yeah, Halloween's coming up. That's a good name for it. Yeah, Average Joe with the orange. I like the orange. Sunny D all the way. A couple of votes for that. But so far, early on, oh, it's close.
Coke is in the lead.
In the lead. Still pretty close, but Coke is
orange is close.
Orange is second. Okay, we'll see what you guys got. Okay, well, we let that poll run. Let's revisit our GMT. So I think GMT options. I think we can, with this Invicta, we can fit anything, right? If we add an Invicta. All right, so GMT. Shane, what are your thoughts on this Seiko GMT?
Looks like a Salvador Dali painting. Or Salvador Dali, yeah. Sort of like the one with the melting clock. There's just a lot going on that dial. But it's pretty much got everything you want. I think it'd be interesting to check out.
There's your one watch collection right there, right?
Yeah.
If you can figure out how to use it. I do like that style with the numerals and the hands.
Yeah. I'm betting the bracelet's probably not that great, but
yeah, but this would look great on the leather strap.
Is it sapphire or it's perpetual calendar? That's the perpetual calendars are a pain in the butt to set.
It says sapphire,
nice.
Which is surprising, but I guess at that price.
And 40.
If you check out Mark's channel, Long Island Watch, he sells this and he does a great video on how to operate the whole thing.
Oh, good. So you can go watch Mark's video and get the lowdown.
If you get it and you review it, you have to record trying to figure out how to set it. And how long it takes, you time it.
That'd be a long video.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we can do that one.
What was the other GMT we were looking at?
The Victorinox.
Victorinox.
We're going Seiko, just so I don't have to hear that again.
I want to, you know what? I like the Seiko, but I want to hear Dave's Victorinox video. So
yeah.
And if you guys aren't too keen on the Seiko, I'm happy to
research on this.
acquiesce to your taste.
Learning a foreign language here. Victorinox. Okay, all my batteries on my lights are dying. My lighting is getting worse and worse as this goes. We're way over time, guys.
Yeah.
That wraps up. Okay. Okay, so let's just, so the chat prefers the Seiko. Let's get us Shane out of the Victorinox.
Go Seiko.
And the Seiko, you go with the Seiko over the Victorinox? Yeah. Okay, I think that settles it then. Okay, let's lock that one in. We're out of time. Okay, we'll take this one out. We're going Seiko. We got that. Chat is now, looks like the orange black Sunny D has pulled ahead barely, so it's a really close tie. Yeah. So we've got Coke at 30%, Batman at 30%, and orange black Sunny D at 32%. I like the orange black. What about you guys? You guys okay with that?
Fan. But if that's what they vote, I'm fine with it.
I'm not a huge fan of it, but whatever.
What if you guys are going to go between that and the Coke Batman? What are your thoughts there? Because it's neck and neck in the chat. Okay, so Batman just jumped up. Now it's tied. Now we're tied. Batman and Sunny D.
My concern with the Sunny D one is that orange could be really neon. It could be really subtle. It's hard to say from the picture.
I like the Coke better than the Batman. But, Batman's not bad. I could go with Batman.
I think the Coke just really, really pops with the gold kind of indices on it.
Yeah, Coke then. Yeah, you know what? I think me and Alton, our votes count as more votes than the chat's votes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we got it. Okay. What do we got? So we've got an Invicta Pro Diver with the Coke bezel. This is 1953. So this is our automatic. We have this Seiko chronograph that has like absolutely everything. And then we got this cool Alpina Star Timer quartz. Chat, what do you guys think about this collection? Shane, Alton, give me your quick thoughts on that. And we are at 479. So we're well under. I don't know. Even with like $20 left to throw anything we can get. What can you get?
I'll give you $10. Top it up. We'll get that Nixon 4-watch collection. I didn't think we would pull this off in the beginning, but I know we've got a pretty cool 3-watch collection.
But I like it. I would be pretty happy with this 3-watch collection. I'm not 100% sold on that Seiko, but I like the idea behind it, and that could be your dress watch. Throw it on a leather strap. I like all the functionality.
Well, maybe that's your video. I didn't like this watch, but I took a chance on Alton's suggestion, and I see how amazing it is, and Alton's always right.
And Alton is great, and you should all go subscribe to his channel.
Yes, you should.
What are our lowest price Nixons? Yeah, that one.
Here's a $20 watch.
Wow. Okay. Hey, look at that.
Lego, Star Wars, Darth Vader.
Can't go wrong with that. Fits in our budget.
Lego?
Okay.
Yeah, it actually looks like it's just actual real merchandise.
Okay, yeah. See, it looks like the kind of thing you'd pick up at Ross or something.
Yeah.
Is this going to be our challenge? We all have to post Instagram pictures wearing that watch for a day. What's worse, that one or the Nixon? I guess that one fits in our budget better. I don't know. I honestly would not want to wear this watch around town. But we did bend the rules. Yeah, great one for someone's niece or nephew. Oh, black dial version of the Seiko on leather. Is there another one? Do we want to?
They do make that Seiko in a black dial as well. The white one is the only one that comes on a bracelet.
Oh, we save a little bit of money there. But you like the bracelet better, huh?
Well, I think it was Shane who said it might not have a great bracelet, but I like the white dial.
Yeah, that's nice too. Yeah, no, let's
There's a two-tone gold and white as well.
Ooh, that's fancy too.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Jump up on price though.
Yeah, we're past time. We're locking in our through.
Let's go with that.
We're stuck with that. We're just playing around with our extra $20. I guess. Yeah, this is probably our best option for. Is there a C3PO? Clinton says get the C3PO watch.
I don't know. I just looked for anything under $20.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like this would make a good challenge watch too. So maybe that'll be our punishment. We have to wear that watch for a day and post pictures of it on Instagram.
Actually, I have to make a review of it.
You have to review it. All of us have to review it.
20-minute
with
review.
The full B-roll.
Editing. All right, I like
18-hour video.
Okay. Yeah. No, full production. No corners cut. Everything you do, macro shots. I want macro shots. I want everything. And no explanation. Okay. You cannot preface it with anything. That's going to be it. You guys in the chat who saw this video, you'll know why this is going to be showing up. Do us a favor and promote it. So the way this is going to work, Jomashop's going to be shipping all the watches to me. I will then review them and then ship the ones to Shane and Alton. I'm going to ship the Star Wars watch to Shane first because I think he should be able to get it to Alton easier than I can. If I ship it to Canada, it's going to take 5 months. What is that one called? Bulbots?
Bulbots?
Oh, there it is.
Bulbots. It's under Lego, which
they used to make really cool toy watches for kids. Did you guys ever have one of those Transformers watches?
Okay, so now
I had like a Soundwave.
Look at that. Look at that. Puts us up to $499.38.
There we go.
Okay, so we are like right on there with that. Okay, so let's see. Let's add these numbers up and see what they come to. Okay, so the Star Wars watch. Let's see who wins that one for now. Okay, Invicta 88 is 16. The Seiko chronograph is 232. Is what? 257. And then the Alpina is 15. Okay, so those are the numbers we got. Okay, so my number was 5. Alton's number was 11. Shane's number was 17. So that looks like at this point we're giving Shane the Pro Diver. I'm getting Alton's Seiko, and Alton is getting the Alpina, right? Alton's 11. Shane, so that would
sounds right.
Yeah, that would be it. Okay, so those are the assignments. So that's me. Just to remember there, me getting the Seiko. Alton getting the Alpina, and Shane getting the Invicta. All right. Okay, let's since now that we know that, Alton, do you want to trade? I'd rather have the Alpina than the Seiko. Which would you rather have?
I don't know. What do you want to offer me to sweeten the pot?
Oh, come on. The
Darth
Seiko's
Vader.
more expensive. That's like the 200. That's like the most expensive.
All right. I'll trade with you, buddy.
Okay.
I'll trade with you. No problem.
And we'll bend the rules one more time. Shane, since you're getting the Invicta, do you want to pick the bezel color? Do you want to change it to Batman? Are you okay with Coke?
Let's stick with Coke.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So we'll rotate those around so everybody's at least a little bit happy. So I'm going to wind up keeping the Alpina. Alton's getting the Seiko. Shane's getting the Invicta. And all of us will be reviewing the Darth Vader watch with full macro shots and everything. Okay. All right. Sorry. So final thoughts on the collection. Shane, what do you think about this as a 3-watch collection? Is this something you'd be happy with?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, wasn't what I was thinking when we started, but I think it came together nicely.
The Invicta Pro Diver is the only one that I really had on my list. Like, that's what I wanted.
Yeah. Given the parameters, I think we did pretty well.
Yeah.
I
mean, I would have. If we did this a few days ago, I think we would have jumped on the Alpina Star Timer GMT.
Yeah, if we got that GMT on, would have been nice. Throw that one in instead of the Darth Vader watch.
Yeah,
could have used our extra $20 there. Okay, Alden, what are your final thoughts?
I think this is a great 4-watch collection that we have here, gents.
Yeah, would we consider the Lego Darth Vader? Is that like a beater watch? It's like you're out mowing the lawn and you put that one on. Go mow the lawn
to get a beating or to have it beat up. Although I do like how his one eye's bigger than the other, like he's just kind of wigging out. I'm not really sure what's going on with that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. That looks like pretty cheap.
Dave, would you be willing to preach in that watch?
No, we already agreed that the punishment is reviewing the watch. I don't have to
change it up if you want.
You have to wear it to review
come on,
it. Dave.
I'm already
you can't be that guy where you just get
already
it
a foreign missionary who
already got the
press release.
Now you gotta put me up in front of everybody wearing a Darth Vader watch. Come on.
I'll wear it to church, no problem.
I'd wear it. I mean, I already got the little lightsaber.
Right. Yeah, if I wasn't preaching, maybe
shirt to wear
I don't know. Japan, they're more uptight about this kind of stuff. You know,
yeah,
they are. Back. Like I probably should be wearing a suit every week, but I don't because I'm from California. But every other pastor here wears a suit when they preach.
But are you in sandals and a Birkenstocks?
Well, indoors we take off our shoes. So I actually have slippers that are kind of Birkenstock like. I could wear Birkenstocks if I bought a pair of Birkenstocks and only use them indoors. Those would qualify as slippers, and I would be totally fine with. That's actually a good idea because in the winter it gets cold, so I can wear socks and Birkenstocks. It'd be a great preaching shoe. Great preaching slippers. All right, to wrap this up, Shane, Alden, what do you guys got going on your channel? Anything interesting? Anything you want to talk about before we go? How's your Alden? You're getting close to 2,000 subs now.
I am. I'm begging people in the chat to follow me so I can get up to the 2,000
people
subs.
In the chat, if you guys can all go subscribe to Alton. I think I put a link to his channel in the description of this video. You can go check that out.
Right on. Yeah, I just got that Citizen watch coming up. I've been kind of taking it easy this summer with videos, one every 3 weeks or so, but the fun times are going to come to an end and the videos are going to start cranking out again in the fall.
Yeah, crack that whip.
Mm-hmm. Gotta make that $3 per video.
Yeah, it's good motivation there.
We feel your pain.
We've been there. Shane,
not much better.
Right? Did you get a nice? You look a little tanner than usual.
Should be a little bit. Lots of time in the sun. It was hot in the Caribbean, but it was fun. Started it was an 8-day cruise, so got a little bit stir crazy with the last day coming home, but good to be home. Took me a little while to get back in the habit of making videos. Like I was planning to maybe get 2 out this week, and I got 1 eventually done. I think I just released today, so slowly getting back into it.
Right. Yeah, I took a trip to the U.S. this summer, so that was fun. But yeah, I'm still kind of we got back about a month and a half ago, but I feel like I'm still kind of slowly easing back into things. My schedule's been slower than usual, but yeah, going okay there. What was I going to say? Yeah. Anyways, I got new shirts. Go buy this shirt. Plug for my merch. If you guys have any other plugs you want to plug, go ahead. Yeah, so that's the new Casio Royale design available at justthewatch.com. Check that out. Yeah, and finally to close out, again, thanks to Jomashop for sponsoring this. This was really a fun challenge, and thank you guys for all of your suggestions. I think with your help in the polls, we wound up with a pretty cool collection. I'm looking forward to reviewing it. Looking forward to seeing these watches on Relative Time and Half Past blog, so they will get shipped around for additional reviews. I don't know. I almost wonder if I should ship Alton's watch to Shane and then have you ship it up to Canada, because last time it legit took like 5 months, right? Like the first one I shipped, it took like a month and a half, and then the second one I shipped another, it took like 5 months. So I don't know.
We'll look at it, see whatever's, because it's not that cheap to ship from the U.S. to Canada, but might be cheaper than from Japan to Canada. See.
Yeah, because if I put them both in the same watch, it won't cost me any extra to ship it to Shane.
And then I think it's like $30 to ship to Canada. So it's not.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out off air.
All right. Thank you guys all for watching. Again, thanks to Jomashop for sponsoring. There will be more videos on this challenge, especially the Darth Vader watch, which we're all looking forward. I can't wait to see this in macro. But it's going to be glorious. Let me close this down. But that will wrap it up for today. We'll see you guys all next time.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Shane.
See you guys.